What about, Bruce, though, Ohio State's quarterback situation with J.T. Barrett? I mean, he's as successful a quarterback as we've seen in recent memory. But when Ohio State falls behind, it doesn't appear to be a dynamic enough offense with him at the controls. Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, look, it is what it is right now. They did not respond well to that. I think that you're seeing a lot of zones that they struggle with, and it's not just J.T. Barrett. I think one of the issues is Urban Meyer has recruited really well. You look at all these 4- and 5-star guys, there's a lot of speed. For some reason, they have not been able to develop, receivers to take it even further. There's just not a proven go-to guy. I don't know if they have a great feel for what's going on out there, finding open space. JT's accuracy, which we'd heard in the offseason. I remember being in Columbus in spring. Urban was very encouraged. Kevin Wilson came in. He's a really well-regarded offensive coach. Ryan Day is a very well-thought-of quarterback coach. So they've given him the pieces to take it to the next step, but it hasn't translated. Now, Urban Meyer, in the wake of all this, has been very adamant. We're not looking for anybody else. It's JT. JT's the only 3-time captain in the storied history of Ohio State. So we're not just talking about just a regular guy. This is an interesting dynamic. I think what you hear from some Ohio State fans is, hey, you got Dwayne Haskins. We had Urban on our podcast on signing day last year, and Urban told us Dwayne Haskins is the best pure passer he'd ever seen at that stage. And so it was like, people were like, wait a minute, what about this guy? Because that would seem to be the guy who does all the stuff JT's struggling with. But I think if you're an Ohio State fan, you have to respect, Urban Meyer's at all the practices. He's in all, they're at all the meetings. Yes. They know who's ready and who's not. If it was as simple as Dwayne Haskins is going to make their offense much better, I think Dwayne Haskins would be the guy. You have to trust your staff to know what they know. But I think right now, Urban is dealing with making sure this thing doesn't really mushroom and give it more oxygen by saying, okay, well, we're going to consider it.
Well, I mean, plus the schedule is soft enough that maybe everything can calm down there. Or you take a look at what happened with Sam Darnold last year with USC, you'd think that maybe, just maybe, this is a situation similar, that they need to just say, okay, JT, I know you're the first 3-time captain here, and you've got heart and you've got soul and you represent the school so well, but we do have to win football games. And we got to get this kid in the soft part of the schedule right now, and let's get him up to speed.
I think the difference there is Max Brown was the guy at USC. He really hadn't, proven anything in games, whereas J.T. Barrett, he finished 5th in the Heisman, I think, 3 years ago. He has done a lot of good things. He does fit on some level of what they want to do in the quarterback run game, probably even more so than Haskins does. The issues, I think, are bigger than just J.T. Barrett in terms of the vertical passing game. I really think a lot of it is on the receivers. You also watch that game, and Dobbins, their terrific freshman running back, he looks awesome. But it's like, are you going to feed him more? It's like, I think there's questions about the play calling a little bit. And look, it's only their second game as a staff together. I think it'll get better, as you say. I mean, Army comes in there. They're on a 5-game winning streak for the program. It's the first time in like 21 years. Are they really going to challenge this, this team? Because Ohio State's biggest issue, they're last in pass defense. Well, Army comes in. They've completed 2 passes all year combined. So I think this is probably an interesting setup for them to try to get some momentum and get things sorted out. And maybe we'll see Dwayne Haskins in some of these games as these, if they turn out to be blowouts.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and Audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.